Hello friends, I'm making a quick video for any of my 3rd through 5th grade teacher volunteers so that you kind of understand where things are and how things are going to go during Advent season here. So it's going to be starting this Sunday, November 27th, all the way through the end of Advent, which is December 18th. So when you come upstairs, you're going to enter through the middle doors on the second floor, which are the glass doors. You're going to enter that front door and you'll need to use the key that you receive at check-in when you check in the morning. You're going to unlock it. And when you have it unlocked, before you come inside, you're going to relock it again and then close the door locked behind you. There's a little silver piece that will go in when it's unlocked. It will come back out when it's locked. You can still close the door just fine with it locked. And then that way you will be locked inside as a safety measure. So once you have entered in that middle door, you're going to go to the right and you're going to enter this door. I just saw that this door is locked, which I went ahead and unlocked it and opened it. I'm going to put a box there to keep it open for Sunday so that you won't be locked out. So you'll come in and go down the short hallway and turn left. And the room is immediately on your left. What we've been doing with the kids is there are two entrances to this room. The entrance on the left is the boys' side. The entrance on the right is the girls' side. So the boys will enter this side, the girls will enter this side. It is one room, but there is a partition pulled across most of the way so that it separates out the two groups. So once you are in the room, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough. I put a few new things out. The bathroom doors are marked boys and girls. There are two doors off the bathrooms, but I wouldn't really worry about talking about it with the kids because they have not tried to go out in the other space. And I'm afraid if we make a big deal about it, they might try. So that door, for instance, goes back into the lobby. So if someone goes to the bathroom, just kind of be aware as to how long they're taking. The third person in the classroom, the one who is not teaching a group, can kind of keep an eye on that. And then you're going to see here when it's time for praises, we've been writing them down on strips. You can write multiple of them on a strip. And then there's a shared stapler that both the girls and the boys share to staple a new loop onto our chain. This is a craft they made the first week, so it is hanging. This is also the beginning of Advent on this Sunday, November 27th. And so I got flameless Advent wreaths this year, which is super exciting. So there is a remote, and all you have to do is press the green button, and one lights up kind of like a flame. The reason why only one lit up is because only one has batteries in it. So every week I will add batteries into one more candle until we have all four of them lit on that last Sunday of Advent. So turn them off, you just press the red button and it is off. So your remote is there. Both groups have the memory verse paper on their side. I am going to switch both sides to paper. Right now the girls have like a chalkboard, but I'm going to do the paper for both sides next month. So this month, if you're serving on the 27th this week, you don't have to do anything to it because by the time you get up here, Memory Verse Sunday will have already happened. But then next month, so those of you serving in December, there will be a fresh sheet of paper with the December memory verse on there. These are our materials. So on top, we just have your basic art materials. So like a cup of pens and pencils, markers, Sharpies, crayons, scissors, and different types of glue. On both sides, it's kind of like a mirror image of one another. So both classrooms have the same thing to hold materials. And if you are, the one that is closest to the door is going to hold the teacher material. So when you open it, you'll find a copy of the lesson plan. You will find the gospel storybook and also those little strips of paper for the rings. The middle one is going to be this week's craft supplies. So in here, you have kids who started their ornament last week, as well as Sharpies for them to do this week's part of the craft. I put this in the other video, but just so you know, each week, we're going to use Gibson's here. Each week they're through Advent, all they're going to do is add one additional word. So they painted before Advent started. This week, the theme is hope. So they're going to write the word hope on the edge somewhere. They're going to end up having 4 words on there. So just tell them to like think through how big they want it to be because they need to fit hope, joy, love, peace on there by the end of Advent. So for me, on my example, I did it kind of counterclockwise and wrote hope on the upper right quadrant on it. And that's it. That's all they're doing this week. The second week of Advent, they'll write the next theme. The third week, the next theme. And the fourth week, they will write the last theme. They will also be cutting out their photo, which is going to be a circle, and they'll put it in the back with the clear cover and the back on it. And then they'll also receive some sticky jewels to decorate it and a little clear cellophane bag to wrap it to give as a gift to their families. So, but this week, if you're serving in the first, second, or third week of Advent, your craft is just to write one word on that. And the black Sharpies in there are to do that. There's also extra coloring sheets with the November memory verse. So the next bin is always going to be journals. These are our boy journals. And then down below, they are empty, except for the middle one has Bibles. So kids who forget their Bibles can get them out of there. So girls, same thing, just the mirror image of it. So that's the same for the girls. Both classrooms each have their own garbage can, so they need to stick to that. Up top of this green and white thing, it is in the middle because it is shared materials. So shared scissors, shared stapler. Up top is extra ornaments, paint, plates, paintbrushes. So this is for any kids who missed last week, who need to paint an ornament. All they're going to be able to do for their craft is to paint that ornament. They're not going to be able to write their work because it won't be dry enough. So if you have any kids on your side of the room that have not started an ornament, that is where to get your materials from. Inside this green and white is shared materials. So some of it is just things that we haven't done yet. So it's chalk we don't need this week, prayer request books we don't need this week, batteries we don't need this week. These are extra journals, so we might need that if you have a new student. Extra Bibles in case if the ones in there aren't enough, blank copy paper and notebook paper, just some extra crafty stuff, and extra board games. I brought some more from home so that if there's ever extra time and you want to play a game with them, there are some options in there to play with your group. I believe that is it. On the outside of here, I did write the rules that we want to tell the kids. Bring your Bible and coat if needed upstairs. On a side note, if they forget it when they leave, that's on them. They have to find a way to get it. We're not coming back up here with them because then it will start to happen every week. No extra stops in the way. So when we're walking upstairs or back down, we're not stopping at the bathroom, the coffee bar, suckers, none of that. We have to stay in our classroom in the 2 attached bathrooms. If you arrive after 10:20, you're not allowed upstairs. So any kids who are checking in late after we have already left, they are going to stay downstairs with kindergarten through second graders. Quickly clean up the room at the end of class. This is slightly altered now. What I think is going to work best is whoever is considered that third teacher, whoever is not actively teaching, should be the one to clean up. So the other 2 teachers can walk all the kids back down if the third teacher wants to stay and spend a couple of minutes picking up. I don't want it to be a huge ask, so just like a couple minutes to pick up so the room is generally ready for the next week. And then also to be a kind and active listener to the teacher and to other kids. So I believe that that's it. So the girls' side, both sides have a couch, they have a bean bag, and they have other chairs. And I think that that is probably it. If you can think of anything else that you have questions about or maybe suggestions, please feel free to let me know anytime. Hopefully this, if you're teaching upstairs during Advent, hopefully this gave you the information that you need to feel successful and prepared. And we will see you soon. Thank you guys so much for serving. We appreciate everything that you do for the kids and for me. You guys are amazing, and we are so grateful for you.